Hey YouTube, so in today's episode we are working with broken ball joints, and I'll show you why. This past weekend it was the first day of hunting season. Took my truck out and hit the trail, and when I hit spots where this thing articulates upward, I will hear this noise. It sounds like a violin playing on this brake shield, and I knew that something was wrong, and I suspected that my ball joint was out. So I got the truck home, took out the ball joint, and I have the broken ball joint. I also took out the passenger side, and the passenger side's good. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you what a broken ball joint looks like. Alright guys, so this is a broken ball joint. This is the passenger side. Oh no, sorry. This is the passenger side. This one's not broken. As you can see, this one right here is still tight, and this one articulates very smooth, very nicely, and there's no in and out play. It's still tight like a virgin. Now this right here is a seal, and it's not moving. So here, this is the broken ball joint. When I move this, I could feel metal grinding on metal inside. I wish I could show you how it feels like, but just imagine metal grinding on metal. So, and it's really it's not a soft stiffness, it's like a broken stiff, like right now. So right now it's broken and it's not going anywhere because something's jamming inside. There you go. So now it's that jam piece is out of the way. So now, okay, so now it's also jammed right now. Okay, you got that thing out. All right, so here, watch this. Now focus on this part right here, the oily part. See that? This thing is going in and out, which means if I continue driving this truck, this thing's gonna pop, boop, right out. So once popped out, it looks just like this. This one popped out, and this one was gonna be just like this one. Okay, so I knew that something was wrong with this side. That's why I stopped. And here's what I think made it go bad. Now these two ball joints here are OEM, Toyota OEM product. But this one, the reason why it went bad was because you see this seal right here, this cap, it's not supposed to move like that. So the seal in here is broken, and from what I'm thinking is that this right here, the seal in here, it broke, and so water got into it over the winter, and through creeks. Water got in there, destroyed the ball joint. So what I'm going to do with this one, okay, there you go. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use my bandsaw. I'm going to cut this open, and I'm going to show you how this bad ball joint looks like. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to cut through this, squarely through, and we'll take a look at how this thing looks like inside. Alright guys, so my bandsaw couldn't cut through the ball in there, so I had to use my trusty angle grinder with a cutting saw. So here, this thing looks like this. So let's take it over there and find out what happened. Alright guys, so let's take a look at this ball joint right here. So as you can see, this is how this thing looks like, the cup. And this thing was going up and down like that. Okay. Let's look at this right here. Oh, okay. So let's remove this. So now this thing goes in like this. And it was earlier it was doing this. So what that means is that this part right here is just nylon. It's plastic. Okay, so this is just plastic, worn out plastic, and this is also a plastic or some sort of a plastic, super hard plastic thingamajig, I guess you could call that. But look at this. Look how cruddy and dirty it is. It's all dried. I'm thinking that this is the reason why. Remember, this thing was loose and I was spinning it. So anyway, the way I'm looking at this is that water got into here. Water seeped into here, into this nylon retainer or wall or something like that. This thing goes like this. And this thing goes like this. And then this thing right here, this thing is so hard, my blade isn't even cutting it. And so this thing is holding it like that. I don't know if that makes sense. So it was doing this. And so the way I'm thinking is that water got through this cap right here. As you can see, this is just pressed in, and that's what destroyed the ball joint. You see the crud here? It's not even grease anymore. It's not grease. It's comprised of grit and grit. So, well. So now, when I install my new ball joint, I'm gonna put well, this is a bad ball joint. I'm gonna put a coat or a bead of silicone here to block water from going in. Alright guys, so this is what I did. This is my new ball joint. This is my old ball joint. So now, this is what I did to my new ones. Okay, and here, this is so that water would never get into it. It's silicone. So that's what I'm doing. I hope this will give you some ideas.